Hi guys, Mike back again with my first update for the Help for Heroes Ultramarines build. This is a charity build with members of the community donating their miniatures and time and painting to paint up a base at an Ultramarines army basically. So that's what we're doing. So last year we did salamanders and raised about £7,500 for Help for Heroes, and this year it's Ultramarines. And hoping to surpass that £7,500, I'm sure. So I have been tasked. I've volunteered to paint up a Stormraven, basically, and she's built. So painting is going to commence shortly. So I mean, you all know what a Stormraven looks like. I've done it with the landing gear up. And I'll just show you what I've done really. I'm going to paint it in sort of parts so I can glue it together so it's just easy access. I'm not going to paint the interior. I've glued the doors shut. The thrusters still move. Glued up the interior. So that's the basic Stormraven hull. So that's that. And we've got our wings. So that's that with our missiles in. So that's all done. So I'm going to paint these separately like I say. So that's those, and we've got the fairing that goes on top. That goes on top of Stormraven there. But I need to paint the wings and glue that on first before I can put the fairing on. We've got the cockpit hatches, which I've masked off, so I can paint those. I'm going to leave those loose so you can kind of open up and see the detail. So that's gonna. So I'll leave that loose, like I say. Then we've got some pilots. So we've got the pilot for the Stormraven and the servitor, who sits in his own little cockpit, which goes up in here. So it goes up there. I've opted to go for the las cannons. I haven't got any magnets at the moment, so I had to kind of glue it up and do it as is basically. So I've gone for glass cannons, and I've gone for the missiles on the front, and instead of the doors on the sides, we're going to put the hurricane bolters on, give it a full complement of weaponry. So that's my first update for Help for Heroes. It is already in my airbrush booth, so I'm gonna undercoat this in black and then get going with the base coats. Martin McNeil has done a duo of Storm Talons, so I think they're going to kind of be a trio of like a strike force, with the Stormraven heading it up with the Storm Talons kind of in as the kind of wingmen. I'll put a link to Martin's channel so you can kind of see what he's done with his Storm Talons, and then I'm going to kind of replicate what he's done with my Stormraven, so they all look the same. And also a link to Idic Beer's channel below, just to kind of, if you don't know about the Help for Heroes charity build, there's information about it there. So I will catch you on the next one. Cheers guys.